Congress will be returning to Washington with Democratic leaders hell-bent to pass a multi-trillion-dollar budget bill as well as other destructive legislation. Can they be stopped? Do they realize we face now a new reality? Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. The White House and congressional Democrats will now be making a massive push for its radical domestic agenda. They are readying details of its monstrous budget bill, with at least 4 new entitlements that haven't been properly examined and debated. Extraordinary expansions of Medicare, Medicaid, and Obamacare, frightening new police powers for the IRS, and a slew of subsidies for programs that don't meet real-world criteria for success. As for defense spending and an American military that increasingly is not rising to the challenges posed by China, not to mention Russia, Iran, North Korea, which is revving up again its production of nuclear weapons and delivery missiles, and revitalized terrorist movements around the world, real spending is being cut. What is astonishing here is the willful determination to ignore how the Afghanistan disaster has changed the world we live in. Islamic terrorists are now convinced that they can defeat the West if only they have the patience and persistence. Recruitment is growing rapidly. 20 years ago, the U.S. routed the Taliban in Afghanistan. Today, the Taliban rules again, with tens of billions of dollars of advanced American weaponry, and the prospect of billions of dollars coming their way by effectively ransoming Americans and Afghan allies left behind. Russia will be ramping up pressure against Ukraine to bring that large country under its thumb, not to mention countries like Georgia and even NATO members such as Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania. Who knows what moves Beijing will now be tempted to do against Taiwan? India, Japan, and other Asian nations will be making calculations based on a weak, unreliable U.S. Under these circumstances, it is crucial the U.S. takes steps to reassure a world of shaken, anxious allies and emboldened adversaries. For starters, the defense budget should be boosted so that the world doesn't believe America is weak and turning inward. Destructive economic legislation should be shelved, and Congress should enact measures that will encourage the economy, not hobble it. Democrats should look up Ronald Reagan, whose policies decisively, dramatically turned around a country demoralized by the seemingly unstoppable stagnation of the 1970s. Unfortunately, the new reality is being ignored, for now, by those holding power. Fortunately, the American public won't stand for this. You may see the first signs of this in that recall election of California Governor Gavin Newsom, or in the gubernatorial election this November in Virginia, and even perhaps in a similar race in deep blue New Jersey. I'm Steve Forbes. Thank you for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions, and look forward to being with you soon again.